Hey guys, I'm Jimmy. This is Making It Work. I appreciate you tuning in to my channel. This video is going to be about brand loyalty. I see a lot of mechanics and even people who aren't mechanics disparaging brands or supporting brands blindly, whether it's not just tools or toolboxes or companies, but automobiles, all of those kinds of things. I do it myself. Everyone kind of has their preferences, but people seem to get a little bit carried away with all of that. So I wanted to get into the psychological aspects of it. That's what this video is going to be about. One of the things people don't seem to realize is that brand loyalty is something that manufacturers work really hard at producing. They spend millions, sometimes billions of dollars trying to create a loyal customer base. Loyal customers never stray. I mean, some people drive Fords because their grandfather and their father drove Fords, so they drive Fords and they always heard how it was the best. So they're going to buy a Ford no matter what. You're never going to see that person go out and buy a Toyota or whatever the case may be, no matter how often Scotty Kilmer says it's the best. They're still not going to do it because Ford's the best to them. I made a video about this Ford I'm working on today, and I poked a little fun at it here and there because of the spark plug issues that have been going on for decades. From one engine to the next, they have a new spark plug issue. And I thought it was funny, so I made some disparaging comments. But you know, I don't hate Ford. I don't hate any brand. Tools, you know, Icon, Snap-on, Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh, Tecton, Sunex, SK Tools, whatever it might be. You can't hate on any brand and blindly love some other brand for no apparent reason other than your own psychological impressions. Brand loyalty is definitely a psychological thing. It's not a physical thing that you have to be loyal to that brand. It's a decision that you make consciously or subconsciously. I've been reading some articles online about it. I'm going to tell you guys some of these little things I've read, some tidbits. It says this one article from Ahsan Ali Shah, written in 2018. He said a buying decision can be either conscious or unconscious. However, it's based upon trust that the brand fulfills customers. Brand loyalty is based upon emotional involvement created between the brand and the consumer. It is perceived by the customer that the brand will fulfill some type of emotional want or physical need in a unique way and evokes strong emotions during the process of purchasing and using that brand. He goes on to say that the definition of brand loyalty is the emotionally charged decision of a consumer purchasing a particular brand again and again. The consumer has the perception that that particular brand has qualities that will meet their expectations and identifies with the consumer at some personal level. And in reality, that brand has no real loyalty to the consumer, but it wants to build loyalty in the consumer. So at the same time you're incredibly loyal to that brand, all that brand is worried about is your loyalty. So they can use that against you or use that as leverage. And they can get away with a little bit more if you're extremely loyal to them. It even says in here, brand loyalty helps building a strong customer base, which serves as a tool to surpass competitors and attain a competitive edge that required to succeed in the marketplace. Companies have strong brand loyalty. Customers experience repeat purchases of products and services regardless of the fact that there is a change in the price or the convenience to get that brand. Loyal customers of a particular brand are less likely to get influenced by the marketing efforts of competitors, increases their profitability. These customers will continue using their products and services regardless. One of the things that people don't realize is it's an emotional, like a chess game, where they have to get you to be loyal for whatever reason it may be: price, durability, strength, appearance, you know, whatever it might be. Peer pressure. There's all kinds of reasons to have brand loyalty. Mostly, it's probably influenced a lot by family and friends and stuff like that. It's definitely not a physical thing. It's all emotional. Brand loyalty is 100% emotional. He goes on to say the difference between brand loyalty and customer loyalty. Brand loyalty is achieved when a customer actually uses the product or service of a company and is satisfied. On the other hand, customer loyalty is attained through coupons, extended warranties, incentive programs, and free offers to make customers happy and persuade them to make return purchases. The main difference between the two concepts is that customer loyalty is equal to what is in the wallet of the customer, whereas brand loyalty equals what is in the mind of the consumer. That's a pretty big line. So listen to that sentence. The main difference between the two concepts of brand loyalty and customer loyalty is that customer loyalty is equal to what's in the wallet of the consumer. Brand loyalty equals what is in the mind of the consumer. That's a pretty strong statement. Customer loyalty marketing programs mean having smaller margins with the exceptions of higher volumes. Brand loyalty, on the flip side, can achieve higher volume but with the added bonus of much larger profit margins. Customers who are brand loyal are simply loyal. They are loyal to that business. Contrastingly, those who are loyal to customer loyalty programs are loyal to them and go for what works well for the consumer or themselves. Now, that's a pretty big thing. So you could be talking about cars, Chevy versus Ford, or Snap-on versus Matco, or whatever it might be. I wouldn't always Snap-on Harbor Freight, but it could be Snap-on versus Matco. There are guys who insist that they're only going to buy Matco tools. There are guys who insist they're only going to buy Snap-on, and they're both convinced that they're the best. So that's exactly how you know it's an emotional thing and not a physical thing. But there's also a thing called virtue signaling. Roughly, products fall into two overlapping categories. Things that display our desirable traits and bring us status when others see that we own them. Or things that push our pleasure buttons and bring us satisfaction, even if no one else knows we own them. For every aspect of human nature, for every dimension of variation in human personality, intelligence, virtues, and values, there exists a vast market of product sets that we can draw from to broadcast our personal traits to others and influence them towards our products. So a lot of people don't put that together. That's what I wanted to make this video. It's not really a tool or mechanic thing, but I mean it kind of is. But I wanted everyone to stop and really think about it, because it goes pretty deep. We only tend to talk about or think about those things on the surface, but in reality, I mean, those companies, they're not seeing that on the surface. They're spending lots of money, hundreds of thousands or millions or whatever, depending on how big the company is. They're spending a fortune to gain your loyalty so that they can do as they please. So that's one of the main reasons that loyalty is good to a certain point, but I have to reiterate that you have to have a line, and you have to say, you know, I'm loyal to this brand, I think they're the best, but if they do this, then I'm not going to be loyal to them anymore, or that's going to make me try to explore a little bit more. That's kind of what I've been doing the past few years, as I started realizing, you know, there's a lot of Snap-on, Icon stuff. I obviously sold my Snap-on toolbox and bought Icon toolboxes, and that's not because I hate Snap-on or anything like that. I don't hate any brand. I might tease, I might make wisecracks. I'm a little bit sarcastic. I have a pretty dry sense of humor. So, but I don't hate any brands. The only thing I do hate is feeling like a fool. So, you know, if you can buy a tool that's $100 and another company sells it for the same tool for $600, it's perceived to be much better. Is it 6 times better? You know, where do you draw the line? If someone says, you know, it's like that old adage where you go up to a girl in a bar and you tell her you'll give her $1 million to have sex with her, you know, and if she says, you know, I'm not gonna have sex with you for $1 million. Well, what about $5 million? She says, oh, I'd have sex with you for $5 million, but you're not going to pay me $5 million. Well, all we're doing at that point is negotiating the price. We've already established that you're a whore. But, you know, we gotta be thinking about these things. We can't let ourselves get emotional and start to degrade and berate other people because they have a difference of opinion. Just because you decided to be loyal to some brand, regardless of what they do to you, no matter what they do to you. You know, if you could buy a tool from some company that will suit your purpose for $50 and your most favorite brand charges $1,000, I mean, at what point do you start to feel stupid? You know, at what point do you say, whoa, I have to draw the line, you know? Everyone has the line. So that's all you really got to think about. What's the line for you? Where's your loyalty end? And, you know, are you aware like in these notes I have here, are you aware of the psychological games and the fact that these companies are spending money to make sure you're loyal to them so they can do whatever they want to you? So at some point you hold them responsible and you force them to make the products and services you want, the prices you want to pay, you know, all of those things combined. At some point you have to have them pay the price for not meeting your requirements. You know, where's their loyalty to you and making sure you remain a customer? Why don't they have a product or a service that's a little less expensive? Why do they have to be, you know, this is the best, this is what we have, it costs 6 times as much as everyone else charges. So, and if you don't buy it, you're stupid. I don't know. That's the gist of my video here. That's about all I wanted to say, really. I want to make people think a little bit more. You know, I want mechanics to not be susceptible to the peer pressure. And you know, if spending a lot of money on something is going to get the job done, that's what you do. If saving money on something will still get the job done and you'll save a bunch of money, that's what you should do. You shouldn't lock yourself in and just go full steam ahead with your blinders on, unable to learn anything or to grow or figure things out for yourself and how to make things a little better for yourself. Emptying your bank account to prove your loyalty just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And some people have actually gotten pretty mad that I don't think that they should be blindly loyal. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, but that's the way it is. You can't change people's minds or hearts, especially with something like loyalty. Once people lock that in, I mean, that's a hard. It's like politics. You know, you can beat yourself in the head talking politics to somebody, left or right, and you can argue politics all you want back and forth and end up mad at each other and not get anywhere. So all you've done is argue for nothing, and everyone's already decided who they're going to be loyal to. And that goes into everything: cars, tools, politics, religion, whatever your brain, whatever you decide to lock into your brain, and then you close your mind, and then you argue with people that have a difference of opinion as if you're right, and there's no way they should think any differently than you. That's closed-mindedness. That's not intelligence. That's not proving how smart you are. That's just, you turned your brain off and stopped thinking and decided this one thing, and you're not willing to open the door. Well, maybe I'm not right about this. Maybe I need to really reconsider and think a little bit more about the other possibilities, whatever it might be. That's all I'm saying. I want mechanics to not have to feel like they need to go bankrupt and buy every single tool that they see in a tote bag every week. I mean, I know some guys that are paying $200 a week for tools. If you don't own that shop, and if you're buying them tools for yourself, don't do that, guys. Try to be smart with your money. Even if you are a loyal kind of person and you refuse to change your mind about it, you got to be smart with your money. You got to do some shopping. You got to look in pawn shops. You got to look on, you know, Facebook Marketplace or whatever, or even Craigslist. Just watch out for scammers. That's basically the bottom line, guys. Just think a little bit, you know. Don't turn your brain off and think that makes you smarter. You got to open your mind. You got to be willing to learn and grow. What's the saying? Of course, I'm doing a lot of talking right here, and you guys are just listening. You can talk to me in the comments. But they say the smart man does the most listening, and the dumb man does the most talking. But you can't make YouTube videos without being the only one talking, right? So I appreciate you guys watching this video. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Time's valuable to me. I hope this video was worthwhile. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Either way, tell me what you think. I want to hear what you guys think about some of this stuff. Blind loyalty. That's what the title of this video is going to be. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.